So here we are, October 3rd, starting to hike the first section of the PCT to Fish Lake. Last time we had a video, it was in Iowa, the Yellow River National Forest, so quite a change from there. Snow's already on the ground. We're looking at about 50 miles, and looking forward to this. It's been a long time, and we'll get on the trail here and see what we can see, and hopefully you enjoy what happens here. So we'll talk to you down the trail. Thanks. So I left Dan about half hour ago. So far this looks so much like Grayback, it's not funny. It's about the same elevation. Beautiful. Just looking for just gorgeous scenery, like to look so much like the trail there around Bigelow Lake. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Just absolutely gorgeous high mountain country. If you see it or not, but it's starting to snow pretty good. Early October. There'll be feet of snow here pretty soon. And it's just a great time to be out. Temperature's cool, brisk, but gorgeous. And of course, I always love rocks, so look at this. Isn't that great? Beautiful country. Merry Christmas in October. Thank you, Lord, for the gift of your Son. Beautiful stuff. Maybe we'll get some more tonight. Look at this. Just a little shelter. Hear that song, "The Lord is my rock and Him I trust," shelter in a time of storm. That is cool. Right back there in the rock. Just deep enough a person could get out of the weather if they had to. Build a little fire out front, that'd be something. Amazing stuff. Not sure if you're going to be able to hear or not. The wind is really whipping. Absolutely gorgeous country. Beautiful stuff. Going down the canyon there. Fall's coming on and winter looks like it's soon behind us. So, gorgeous day. It really is. There's a trail over there. Had to change apparel. Wow. This is great. It really is, but I don't know if you can see back there, but the storm is just whistling in here. So I just couldn't resist this little Christmas tree. Look at those little red berries. Oh, it looks like it's already decorated for Christmas. Beautiful stuff. Good day. It's been a good day. Better than nothing. Looks like the deer enjoy it too. So anyhow, I've been smelling elk the last mile or two probably, and I think we're at milepost 1723 on the PCT, and I thought, well, maybe there's a chance we'll be back in here somewhere where nobody's ever been. Of course, that's that's wrong, because the first thing I find out here is somebody's elk camp way up in here. Meat pole right over there in the tree, and the trail comes right down through here. Welcome to Camp 1. Been kind of a brutal day. Raining and snowing and blowing and everything is somewhat wet, but thank you, Dan, for that pitch that you gave me. I didn't have to fuss around too much with the fire. We're at, just checked here at the altimeter, 5,538, 37 feet, whatever it is. And let me just show you around camp just a little bit, show you what we have going. Pacific Crest Trail Mile Park Post 1727. And first night, just kind of sorting things out a little bit, trying to dry things out right now, and fix some supper here pretty soon. Okay, here's the fireplace. Somebody cut the wood even to lengths up here many years ago. Found an old fence line. There was even some 2x4s. So what we have is either a bench, or in this case we're warming stuff up, trying to dry it out. My brother gave me some pitch and that helps a lot, Dan. Thank you. Should have probably took those socks you're offering me too. A neat thing about this little bench is I'm going to sit there and enjoy my supper pretty soon with some nice warm feet, and that'll be pretty good. That's what it looks like around the camp. Well, day 2, just broke camp a little bit ago. Scenery's beautiful as usual, and it's supposed to be a spring down the trail a mile or so here, and try to get my water filtered and all set up. Should be a Paso Green Springs in turnoff, somewhere like that today. Maybe over in the meadow beyond that, and we'll see how that goes. I don't think we'll make Hyatt today, but we'll just keep pushing on here and see what happens. It's really hard to know what to take pictures of. Every time you think it isn't going to get any prettier, it just does. It just keeps getting prettier and prettier, and oh man, just gorgeous day. Well, there's our water source. Get down there and filter out some water for the next day or so. And wow, what a beautiful little place. Isn't that gorgeous? You know, it's neat to be up here like this and just see what God intended stuff to be like. Man, I tell you honestly, I'm kind of sorry I set such a goal for myself to try to make so many miles. There's so many just gorgeous places here. This would be just an awesome place to set up camp, and look at that. Isn't that neat? Pretty cool. Right above that pond is this old stock tank. It's rusted out. It probably froze out for that matter. Pipes coming in, and I can just get my water right there and won't have to go down there and wade in the mud. It's a pretty good deal. Looks like somebody lost their shirt literally on this trail. I've smelled elk several times. I just keep thinking I should see something down here in these meadows, but so far this morning I haven't picked up any wildlife except for a few Tweety birds, so we'll just keep looking. Just sure heard some shots just a couple minutes ago, way over there. Isn't that cool? Hey girl, it's alright. There were actually several deer there. I was hoping to find a buck. Oh, watching me right now, but I can't get a video of them. They're down in the brush. That is one gigantic hole in the ground. Last mile or two have been dropping elevation pretty quickly. But in somewhere is Green Springs Highway. Shouldn't be too far, a mile or two. And I guess that's the low spot. We're getting close to the Green Springs Highway. PCT crosses a lot of different types of land. This is an instance where it crosses private land and they have an easement to do this. Obviously, they don't want any hunting going on, but I appreciate them letting us cross the land anyhow. And Uncle Joe used to bring us up to the Green Springs to hunt. It's just a beautiful, beautiful country. It's kind of partly forest and partly high desert, kind of a mix, and it's really beautiful up here. Putting on some miles today. The only thing that's not happy, my feet, my boots have let me down. And last night I literally wrung my insoles out. It's like sponges. I did the best I could to dry them, but that wasn't real good. And anyhow, they're telling me that this is stupid, and I'm saying, let's do it anyhow. But you see that trail up there is just rocks. It's so soft and wet and temperamental feet, it's kind of taking its toll. They're kind of going, ouch, but hey, you've got to show them who's boss, right? Anyhow, we'll talk to you later. Thanks. So I just checked my GPS. I'm about a half mile from Green Springs Summit. It's been a kind of a long pull back up through here. I knew that we'd have to do some. What goes down must come up. I'll show you where we were just a few minutes ago. Back over there's Hobart Bluff, so we came down from there, dropped all the way down, and then somewhere back there in the clouds, many, many, many miles, is where we started 2 days ago. But I'll check it out tonight and see exactly how many miles we've came, but it's been a good trip, and just glad to be out here. Across the Green Springs Highway, some ways back now actually. It's about 4 o'clock, 4:15. There's supposed to be some water up ahead, about a half a mile. And I don't know if that'd be a good place to spend the night or try to push another couple miles, but we'll see, I guess, when we get there. This is pretty much what it looks like up through here. Reminds me of out around Howard Prairie and Hyatt Lake, which is not too far away, actually. So I guess that's not too surprising. Oh man, I just had to take this picture. See that chunk of rock up there? That's Pilot Rock. Started out west of Pilot Rock yesterday morning. Came all the way around this ridge top, clear around, all the way through here, back through here, through here, through here, back behind that you can't even see. And I've been hiking a couple miles up the trail from this way, so it gives you a pretty good idea how far I've come so far. Day 2, got a lot left to go. It's about 45 minutes till sunset, and I looked all over up here, hoping to find a place to set the tent, but there's so many rocks. And a hammock would do the job, but I don't have a hammock, so push on. I guess it's a mile and a half to the next camp, and we'll just have to see how that goes. But unless I find something here close by soon. Beautiful country. Okay, well, morning number 3, I had to get out of the wind. It's really whistling down there, but the Bible talks about the sky being red and lowering, so I guess it's going to be one of those days. Anyhow, had a good night's sleep. At least I feel like I did. 12 hours in the bag, but be pushing on to Hyatt Lake. Little Hyatt should be first, Hyatt, and then Howard Prairie. So we'll see what happens today. Need to find a place to stop and warm up. My shoes have been the biggest problem. My boots have been wet for the last 3 days, and it's kind of chilly. And so get my socks and my boots dried out. I'll be good to go. As I was afraid of, I'm going to run out of battery. Next time before I do something like this, we'll have to make sure that I get an extra battery or two. But we're almost to Hyatt Lake. It's a beautiful country, but you know, the thing about this time of year, it's so hard to describe is how wonderful everything smells. The high mountains and the pine and the fir needles on the ground, a little rain, a little snow mixed in. It's just absolutely gorgeous scenery. So just, I've probably said it 100 times already, but I'm just really enjoying everything and keep thinking about everything the Lord has made for us and how beautiful it is. I keep thinking today about walking in the steps. So if you walk in the light as He is in the light, you have fellowship one with another. And I think about all the people that have walked this trail from Mexico clear to Canada, and how privileged I am just to have a chance to walk a little bit of it this morning and the last few days. Hopefully 5 days, but my feet are really giving me fits. They've been wet for so long, but we'll talk to you later. Man, as bad as I smell after 3 days, she must... Hey, there she goes. Hey, girl. She's not very far. Surprised she hasn't taken off. I better not waste my battery on her. Guess I'll get this thing on and hit the trail. Howard Prairie next. Okay. About 3 hours till dark. I'm going to make that 2 hours. It's 4:45 right now. It's sunset at 6:45, at least it was last night. I've got a little over about 3.5 miles to go to hit Howard Prairie. I'm going to just head out as fast as I can. If I have to, I can stop somewhere, but a good day so far. I had some of the jerky that Paula got me. It's good stuff, by the way. Better than the Spam I had in Iowa. And I've got a Payday candy bar here and a chewy fiber bar. And I went ahead and put on my headlamp just in case. And I'm sure my brother Dan would appreciate that. And we're just going to get on the road and get going as fast as I can and see if I can't crank off these 3 miles before it gets dark on me. And that shouldn't be a problem unless there's a lot of trees to come over. There has been some places where the trail hasn't been maintained. Just about right over that little tree, but so then it's climb around it or through it or whatever, and that takes time, especially the pack on, but I think we can get her there. And hopefully I can find some way to get my shoes dried out because my feet are just ouchy. It's amazing that things can be ouchy and you can still be having a good time, but I guess that's the way it goes. It's just been gorgeous. It's probably, oh, look at that. Isn't that something? Just glades, trees, glades, trees. Just absolutely beautiful coming down towards Howard Prairie. I better put this thing up and hit the trail. This hike really had a lot to do with my dad. The last conversation I had with him, I think it was either that morning or the morning before, I was going to take a 50-mile hike through the Trap Hills up in Upper Michigan Peninsula. One of the last conversations I had is he said, you know, I've never minded being out by myself. He said, I know Mom gets kind of nervous, but I've never minded, and this was kind of a little bit of closure for me, I guess. It's been 3 years, October 15th, and I never have got a chance to really get back at it. So I was intending to try to make it to Fish Lake. Everything is wet. That was okay. I thought Clum Landing was open so I could at least use our dryers and washers, but it is closed for the season, so my sleeping bag's wet, so that was the one thing I could at least get in and be warm at night. And you know, it's been a wonderful trip. I'm glad I did it. I'm just so thankful I was able to go out here. I brought a full-size Bible, if you can imagine. I'm trying to save weight, but anyhow, it's good to have. And I'd like to read one of my dad's favorite Psalms. Psalm 19 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. And in them he hath set a tabernacle for the sun, which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoiceth as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is pure, sure, making wise the simple. Statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgment of the Lord is true, and it is righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward. Who can understand his errors? Cleanse thou me from secret faults. Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent of the great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. And if I got some words wrong, I was trying to hurry through there so my Bible didn't get too wet. Anyhow, it's just been an awesome trip. I've seen some wonderful things I've never seen before. Certainly have thought about the Lord and his mercy to us, and I just want to serve him that much more. And do another one sometime, maybe take the grandkids with me, or Dan or somebody. So my son John said he'd like to go sometime, and maybe some of the grandkids, granddaughters, grandsons, it doesn't matter. I just love being out, and I'm so thankful that Dad gave me that gift, and we'll just catch you down the road. God bless. Well, it's 6:42. Official sundown is 6:45, so did pretty good. Actually got a mile plus on the road. This is Howard Prairie Lake, and you know, really it's fitting that this is where it ends, because this is where it started for so many different things. Dad would bring us up here to go fishing, my brother and I, and we'd play in the snow, and Dad would say, if you get wet, don't come crying to me, we're staying all day. And sure enough, we'd get wet, he'd just build a fire, and we'd just have to suffer it out, throwing snowballs and whatever we were doing. But anyhow, the end of a good day. Nice trip.